I gotta tell you guys a story on when it was last year when my wife and I hosted our first Thanksgiving dinner away from the US. So it was our first time here last year. So we decided to invite our neighbors, and I made mac and cheese. I made mashed potatoes, gravy. I made ham. Side dishes and stuff like that. Thanksgiving food. Um, I remember the big question my British neighbor asked when they saw the food. They pointed at the gravy pot that I had, and they said, "What is that?" And I said, "That's gravy." They said, "Well, why does it look like that?" I said, "Oh, like this is how our gravy look like." They said, "Why does it look so pale? Why does it look so thick and white?" Um, it wasn't white. It was like a little brown. I browned it a little bit, and I had to tell them like, this is how we do a gravy back in the States. And then they were like, "Oh, okay," but then they were kind of like hesitating to like taste it because, I mean, when you look at the U.S. gravy and you look at the British gravy, is totally different in color and texture, all that stuff. Even some of the gravy we add like, beef. Beef into it. So you have like regular gravy. You also have like, gravy you can add like chunks of like, ground beef in there. And you also have like different flavored gravy. And you also have different like colored for gravy. But most of the gravy that we have in the US is like thick. And that goes on a biscuit. By biscuit, I mean scones, which I've learned that as well. But I think it was just so funny because they looked at it, they were like, "What is this?" Um, it was a nice dinner. It was a nice dinner. So when they tried it, they actually liked it, but they were just like so like interested that that was actually called gravy. Um, yeah.